Police Minister Bheki Cele will today join a police operation in Johannesburg, clamping down on illicit counterfeit goods and hijacked buildings in the central business district. The operation will also focus on bylaw contraventions and liquor trade compliance. SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa is monitoring that story for us and joins us now live. Mbalenhle, thank you so much for your time. Take us through what's happening there on the ground.
Well, certainly, Mxolisi, it's still just early days for the operation. We do understand that this is meant to be a multidisciplinary law enforcement. This is intended to include multiple law enforcement officials from ranging from the SABC as well as the Gauteng provincial traffic police as well as JMPD. And I say this because these are the vehicles that I have spotted here. I'm just going to step out of the shot just to show you what is indeed happening here. We do understand that Police Minister will be joined by the Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General Mbalenhle, and they will be crisscrossing the streets of Johannesburg to enforce bylaws and to ensure that they are able to clamp down on any transgressions, as well as ensure that those who hold liquor trading licenses are doing so within the confines of the law. It seems as though they are also going to be going around the city of Johannesburg trying to deal with what seems to have been a long-standing issue with regards to hijacked and abandoned buildings. Now, you will understand that the city of Johannesburg has had its hands full just trying to address this situation, and the police has also come in and joined the city of Johannesburg. By the looks of things, you will remember that the MMC for housing was once on a similar operation where he was out in the streets of Johannesburg, closing down what seems to have been illegal bus stations, as well as when he was still acting mayor, he went around Johannesburg trying to clamp down on the issue of hijacked buildings in the city of Johannesburg. It's unclear what exactly will come out of today's operations, but we will get more information as soon as the police minister gets here, as well as the provincial commissioner also arrive here to give us a sense of what we can expect. Now, this is not the first type of operation that we've seen recently. We've seen the police minister also leading another operation which was targeting illegal mining operations in Rivoli. And now we understand that there has been a promise to close some of those disused mines to ensure the safety and peace in communities surrounding some of these communities. Now, this issue of illegal mining in the area is a long-standing issue in Rivoli, which has left many residents living in fear of the numerous turf wars that tend to then happen. We do remember that what sparked that operation was the discovery of 5 bodies, as well as what seemed to have been a gun battle between rivalry Zama groups. Now, this sparked an operation which has left Rivoli residents feeling somewhat with a sense of precautionary peace, as they are still waiting to see what will happen and if the interventions that have been put in place by the police ministry will indeed yield the desired results. We do understand that the area has a high police presence at the moment, monitoring the situation there. We are also going to be speaking to the provincial commissioner just to also understand if we are going to be seeing a lot more of these operations. We do understand that this operation is called Operation Shanyela, targeting those disused buildings or abandoned buildings, and as well as hijacked buildings, and also going after the issue of counterfeit goods and targeting factories that may be manufacturing these counterfeit goods. We have seen the issue of counterfeit goods coming up in the media space a while back, really people raising concerns about the quality of the goods that are sold in some of the spaza shops in the country, and we see the police ministry coming in to try and clamp down on the illicit trade industry. We also understand that the illicit tobacco industry is also quite a huge issue, which is also just stealing from SARS in terms of those taxes that are due to the revenue collector, that, you know, these illegal cigarettes that are being traded are not really compliant to. We do understand that the illicit tobacco industry or illicit cigarettes are characterized by cigarettes that are defined rather by as cigarettes that are sold below the excise duty that is charged by the revenue collector, and we see those cigarettes really just finding a market in some parts of the country. We are going to be keeping a close eye on what is going to be happening here today, and where the minister and the provincial commissioner will be heading throughout the day, just to give you a sense of whether or not the police and law enforcement officials will be able to turn the corner with regards to dealing and addressing with these issues that have been outlined in the plans for today.
And of course, Mbalenhle, through your walkabout today, we did see some of the police cars already assembling. Do we know what time the operation is expected to start?
Well, certainly, according to the media invite, everyone is certainly expected to start arriving from 11. We understand that the minister as well as the provincial commissioner are at a report back, or rather in a closed meeting where they are being briefed as to how the operation will be carried out. But in the meantime, we are seeing law enforcement vehicles arriving, and like I said earlier, we have seen SABC vehicles from as far as Ekurhuleni, as well as JMPD vehicles, as well as the provincial traffic officers' vehicles are also here, also just going to be part of the operation that we see that is actually just in its really inception right now.